everybody, it's your boy Spot95 back with another video, and in today's video I finally got my BMW back, but the day after I picked it back up it has another issue all over again, so it might be going back to the shop, but not that same crappy ass shop it came from. So we're going to go into detail as to what took place and where am I at with this car right now, so I'll let you guys know in 1 second. Alright, so first things first, my energy is kind of depleted because I was happy for a minute because I had the car back, and now I'm kind of upset because I have to take it back to the shop again. So the first thing we got to figure out is make sure that this thing unlocks first. So hopefully it unlocks. If it unlocks, that means there's still power in the car, because when we get in, you'll find out why I had this issue. First things first, let's see if this thing starts. Sorry, so we got BMW. Here we go. Oh, it started. Oh my God. Alright, so we know the coolant was low. Like, I did not know this car had this many issues because it's been so long since I've had the car physically. Like, it's ridiculous. Look at that. Just everything is just on. Oh my God, just run through the stuff, why don't you? I should really be reading the manual because I know this is where the coolant goes. But yeah, I'm just gonna put a little bit in there, and hopefully that makes the light go away. If I'm not mistaken, there's like this little dipstick floaty looking thing that's supposed to be in there. But yeah, I don't really know what it is, and it's been a while since I did this coolant thing, so I'm just gonna put a little bit in there, and hopefully we're all good. Always read your manual, people. Hopefully that's enough coolant. If not, it'll be in the shop Monday, and today's a Sunday, so. I took my car to a shop. I'm not going to put their name out there because of legal reasons, because of the case that we just finished dealing with. However, I took my car to their establishment for a charging system issue. I gave them a limit of $500, no more than $500. $501 I was not willing to pay for. So, in a nutshell, the guy kind of dragged me along and with his own personal issues that he had going on with the shop. Never physically called me, kept me up to date. And in a nutshell, after he said he did one thing or whatever, he gave me a bill of like $1,100 of unauthorized work. So in a nutshell, you're never supposed to do unauthorized work when you work as a repair guy, especially if I gave you a limit, if you will. So if I tell you I want to go over that set limit, you should be calling me as the customer and saying, yo, we might be reaching your limit when it comes to repairing your car. Do you want me to move forward, or do you just want me to, let you know what I have and give you back your car? Personally, what he should have done was basically just say, you know what, with all the stuff going on with my business and what I got going on myself, I respectfully want to give you back your car and just maybe charge you maybe like $90 for looking at the car, or whatever the case may be, and I could be on my merry way, and I'd still have money left over and not be dealing with the aftermath of this incident, if you will. So I ended up taking this guy to court for an undisclosed amount. I'm not going to put up there, but in a nutshell, I took him to court. We went through, I think it's arbitration or litigation or something with an Asian on it. I can't really think of it, so y'all can tell me in the comments what it was. But either way, it's basically where you go and sit down and try to come to amends before, going to physical court or taking it to trial. And in a nutshell, yo, he was not feeling it. I even came back off of my original offer of what I was suing him for, to basically say, like, dude, I just want my car back and what I rightfully own. And he was still trying to play hardball. So we went to court and went to a trial. And in a nutshell, I did, however, win as the plaintiff. But I still had to end up forking out cash out of my pocket, which actually I had no money for. So fortunately enough, I have grandparents who were willing to help me in my time of need, and that's, I guess, what you say family is for. My grandparents are far from rich. They're not like millionaires or 100,000aires, nothing like that. But, they saw me in a circumstance, and more or less they just offered to help me out and help me with my debt that was owed to this guy. Now, at the time of the incident, when we made this whole incident, started in February. I had all the funds, even what was wrongfully done to my car. So I had the money at the time, savings, everything else. I had all the money at the time, but with this entire case, I had to like flood a lot of my personal savings and investments and all that stuff just to stay afloat as a human being. So I personally have nothing now as of June, the 22nd? So I have nothing now. So I had to ask my grandparents for it, and luckily they were able to help me understand where I'm coming from. But they paid my debt that was owed to the guy, and I drove the car home perfectly fine. Let it sit for maybe like 2 hours, then took it to Chick-fil-A, and this message showed up. Now, personally, some vloggers don't really go in depth to where money comes from, and you may think like they're these wealthy, rich kids or whatever. I'm not wealthy. I'm gonna let you know what it is, and I'm keep it 100 on this channel, as what they say, 100. I don't really talk like that, but people say keep it 100. So I'd be lying if I told you that I physically had all the money to pay to get my car out of the shop today as of June 22nd. I don't. I have nothing, and I really don't have nothing. So I'm okay with that, because one day I will have something. But, my grandparents really are helping me out here. And it kind of hurts me because I don't have the money to give back to them. And I feel like sometimes that I'm sucking them dry. And they don't look at it that way. They're like, you're in need of help. And we know when you make it someday, you'll return the favor, which is 150% the truth, because they're definitely the first ones on the list that are going to get, what the hell? Y'all see that? Back to what we were saying. Anyways, my grandparents will definitely be the first on the list to get anything that I get financially tenfolds over, because they deserve it. They're the ones who constantly are always there helping me, as well as my family and friends and my fiance and all that good stuff. But my grandparents are definitely number one on my list when it comes to paying somebody back. But either way, so I have the car back. I'm actually going to take it out to VAC Motorsports in Philadelphia, like South Philadelphia. If I'm not mistaken, I think they're like a racing team as well, like a mod shop for BMWs and like BMWs only. They might do other cars, but if you go to their lot like right now, it's like full of like BMWs. So my grandparents was like, look, take your car, instead of taking it back to this guy and leaving your car with him, and then he might try to hold your car, then you got to go back to suing him and all other jazz. Because the way I was feeling the night of this incident, which was literally, last night? No, Friday. This was Friday the 20th. So, no, damn, I'm bugging. Today is the 23rd. Friday was the 21st, because my case was on the 20th. Okay, so either way, sorry about that. But they were like, instead of taking the car back to him and, fighting him to get your car back and him being bitter or whatever the case may be, just take it to a BMW specialist. So they got pretty good reviews. I've actually physically dropped off BMWs there before when I worked for AAA as a tow truck driver. So hopefully they're decent and they don't try to kill my pockets, because they are specialists. And yeah, it's a BMW. But what my plan is to probably fix this car as much as I possibly can and get out of it as soon as I can. So probably sell it. So get it inspected and all that stuff, because again, the inspection is up on the car, but I would have had it inspected if I would have got my car back in February, which is what I thought my original plan would entitle to, me getting my car back in February. But either way, so that's the move right now for the car. So I just got my car back. I've sat in it. I smelled it. It feels great. Had to learn how to use it again. When I legit mean how to use it again, like where was the unlock button, like what was what, how to turn lights on and off, and how to figure out how to make this thing work. So that was a challenge in itself, and I'm not gonna lie, it really bothered me a lot mentally and physically after dealing with this entire case and getting my car back, and this guy telling me that he did all this work to my car, and within 4 hours after picking it up, the car is back into the same mode that it was originally. So I basically wasted money, and I feel as though he doesn't deserve $1, but that's my personal opinion, and other people think that they're the same as well. Like I said, I try to keep it as real as possible with you guys. I am not a multimillionaire. I do not have like a trust fund and all that other stuff. No, I just have people who really care about me and that understand what I'm going through, and they know that I will pay them back tenfold. So always pay back what you owe. Always stay humble, and never brag and be arrogant about things, because just when you think you got a hold on life will show you something. So that's the end of today's video, guys. It's nothing really crazy. I just wanted to give you guys a bit of an update on my car. I have it, but it's going back to the shop, and I'll keep you updated on that. Don't forget to like, share, leave a comment below, and don't forget to hit that bell icon and subscribe to the channel, and follow me on all social media platforms. I'm trying my best to stay social, as they call it. And what in the world? Okay, something else just bugged out. Time to go.